Christa here, and you and I have an appointment. Now this is our space where we pause, we reflect, and then we talk about what truly matters about leadership, awareness, connection, and communication. Now, I'm so glad that you made it. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, breathe, and let's talk. Have you noticed that high performers often just go quiet? I've seen that. Have you seen it in your team? Have you seen it even with your colleagues? High performers, they don't just go out and burn out and get quiet. Or it's often not an explosion. They really just go quiet, slowly. And what does it look like? And what does it really mean? We often rely so much on our high performers because they're the ones that are always the front runners. They're the ones that get things done. They're the ones that also often take a lead even if you did not give them the instruction. They're the ones that challenge us. They're the ones that gives us that extra thing to think about. They're the risk takers. But when they start going quiet, that's your cue. Because they then indicating that things are not aligned. So why do they go quiet? You will actually see their efforts are there. They're still delivering. They're still performing. They're still giving and doing what they should be doing. But what is all of a sudden starts happening is they're just doing just that. That extra performance, that extra initiative is going. And those are the cues that we are here busy with. If your high performer is starting to burn out, they often, that's the symptom. That's the first flicker that there's a deeper problem, because the other people are also there because they're not high performing and because they are just doing what they're supposed to be doing. You don't notice it that easily. Can you and I afford to lose our high performance? And if I talk like that and I refer to our high performance in our teams, are you a high performer? Because if you start going quiet, we need to start asking ourselves, why? Why do I not have the same energy? Why don't I have the same commitment? The other day I worked with a client, and one of the things that kept on repeating was that in the past, when I used to do this and when I used to do that out of my own, people were amazed. But then I was not acknowledged anymore. They actually pushed me harder. They pushed me more. Then I'm at the point of I cannot deliver anymore. I don't have the energy anymore to take the risks. I am depleted. And when we get there, we still get things done, but from the inside out, we're starting to have a problem. Our fundamentals, it's a clear indication that our ethic, our culture of our company is not looking after our people. People stop spending extra energy. People stop living larger and higher and bigger than what they've actually been commissioned to do, when they start feeling that what they are doing is not meaningful anymore. So what are we doing with our people? Are we, when pressure comes, are we then rushing to them to actually keep the boats afloat, ignoring what they are already doing? Are we depleting our people? Are we really forgetting who they are. If people don't feel that there's meaning in what they do, that they are being valued, that they are being acknowledged, that they are being seen, that they sometimes are being rewarded for going the extra mile. If we don't do that, what's going to happen? People are going to start taking their energy into a protection mode, and they're going to stop spending it where it's not valued. Let me repeat that. When people are not feeling valued, if people are not feeling that there's real meaning in what they do, they're going to start taking their energy and taking it into a protection mode and stop pushing it into contribution. That's where the question comes in. What's in it for me? What's in it for me is not a selfish question. That is a question that we all should be asking ourselves on a daily basis. What's in it for me? And that can mean that what's in it for me is if I really put in a lot in my work and I really want to move up and I want to contribute. Why do I do that? Yes, possibly a career movement upwards. I want to see the company succeed. I want to do the best I can. I've got high standards for me. But when I'm not getting the feeling and the understanding and the notion that I am being truly respected and treated in a way that it matters to me, I'm going to withdraw my energy. Do you have high achievers that are going quiet? You and I know exactly. We walk in and we somehow notice that there's something off. But we don't stop and ask, what is it? If you get up in the morning and you feel that, is this worth it? I'm exhausted. What I don't have more to give. Because what I give doesn't carry any meaning. When there's resistance from top management, when there's resistance all the time, I don't have the room or the space to have these conversations. If you feel like that, how many other high achievers in your team is feeling that too? We cannot afford for high achievers to go quiet. Because they, as the person, has value for themselves, but also for the company. So what are we going to do to really acknowledge the people so that they actually can bring their energy? That they feel they can do what they're good at. They want to do what they're good at. And they've got something to contribute. Are we sometimes cutting them off where we should be opening the doors to really bring their A game and get recognized for it? Christa here. Thank you for making this appointment. Please like, subscribe, share, put the notifications on, and let me know in the comments below what other topics you and I can talk.